All right. Thank you all for coming out to this press conference talking about a very important bill. This bill has personal meanings for me, not only because I chair the Scholarshare Investment Board, but since we were born, my brother, sister, and I, my parents started saving for college as soon as we were born. And because of that, we did not have high student loan debt, and with the additional money that was in our accounts, we were able to either put it toward a master's degree, start a business, or buy a house. And I decided to buy my first house at age 22. And so early investing, savings, should be the culture for all families here in California. And so today, AB 2444 does two things. Number one, it conforms to the federal bill by President Biden to allow any excess funds in a Scholarshare 529 to be rolled over into a Roth IRA. This will take away some of the anxiety for families to save because they're not sure whether their child may or may not go to higher education. So it gives the families flexibility and takes away, that decision of whether the child is or will or will not go for higher education. The second thing it does, it creates an incentive for families and relatives to donate into a child's Scholarshare 529 for higher education. Right now, there are 30 other states that have either a tax credit or a tax deduction, and therefore financial advisors are advising them in those states to open up an account, Scholarshare 529 account in their states. That does not happen here in California. So too many of our families, when they open up or work with a financial advisor, their higher education Scholarship 529 accounts go into other states. And this is why this is important, because we want to incentivize families, financial advisors, and others to keep the money here in the state for our kids who are growing up in this state and hopefully will go to school, higher education in our state. So I want to thank Assemblymember Rodriguez for authoring this bill. We have tried a couple of times to get the tax credit or incentive bill. We got it to the governor's desk twice, but they were not very good budget times, and I don't think that the terms in those last bills were really helpful to middle-class working families. And so this time we're going to try again, and hopefully 3 times will be the charm. So thank you, Assemblymember Rodriguez, for authoring this bill.
Thank you, Madam Treasurer, and good afternoon. I'm Assemblymember Rochelle Rodriguez. I represent the 53rd Assembly District, which is the cities of Ontario, Pomona, Montclair, Chino, and Upland south of Foothill. Today we are here because we believe in something fundamental, that every child, no matter where they come from, should have a fair shot at success. But for too many families, that promise is slipping away. The cost of college continues to rise, and families are being asked to make impossible choices. Do they save for their child's future, or do they meet the needs of today? Assembly Bill 2444 is about restoring the balance. This bill provides real financial incentives to encourage families to start saving earlier and contribute more over time. Because the truth is simple: when families save, students succeed. And when the students succeed, our entire state moves forward. To our parents, we stand firm with you, and this bill reinforces your sacrifice, your planning, and your investments into your child's future. This is bigger than the tax policy. This is about opportunity. It's about making sure that a college education is not reserved for a few, but remains within reach for every child. Government has a responsibility to keep the America Promise alive. That promise is simple. If you work hard, if you plan ahead, and if you invest in your future, you should have the opportunity to succeed. And AB 2444 helps deliver that promise. It empowers families, it strengthens our workforce, and it ensures that the next generation has every opportunity to thrive. Because when we invest in our children, we are investing in the future of California. Thank you.
Good talk, Any other speakers? Yeah. Oh, Sandra.
Thank you. Cassandra De Benedetto, Executive Director of the ScholarShare Investment Board. I just want to comment that for decades, participating in 529 Savings Plan has skewed towards higher income households, largely because these families have disposable income. But AB 2444 directly addresses this imbalance by introducing a targeted state tax deduction, making it more feasible for working families to begin saving at all. For many, the question is not how to optimize savings, it is whether savings is possible in the first place. This bill makes that shift into reality. AB 2444 is not a wealth-building windfall for the few. It is a strategic intervention to broaden access to financial tools that have long been out of reach for many Californians. By making savings more accessible, flexible, and relevant, the bill advances financial inclusion and promotes long-term stability across communities. At its core, AB 2444 recognizes that equity is not about equal outcomes. It's about ensuring that everyone has an opportunity to fairly build a future. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Rochelle Owen Reinwald, and I am a parent. I want to begin by thanking Assemblymember Rodriguez with her leadership and for authoring AB 2444 and California State Treasurer Fiona Ma for championing and sponsoring this important effort. Because for me, this is not theoretical, this is my life. In the spring of '98, my husband and I welcomed our first son, Trevor. And just a few months later, we found ourselves unexpectedly pregnant again. And we thought, okay, we can handle this. And then halfway through that pregnancy, we quickly learned that we were having twins, Zach and Gavin. So by 1999, we had 3 boys under the age of 2. And just like that, everything changed. We went from a 2-income household to 1 because the cost of childcare made working unsustainable for us financially. And as we adjusted to diapers, bottles, and we went into complete survival mode, we also started to realize something else. All of those milestones ahead of us, college, tuition, 3 times over, these guys were not spread out as we had hopefully planned. They were all coming at once, like dominoes. We had always dreamed of helping our children pursue higher education, but in that moment, that dream felt like something we might not have to, and we might have to let that go. And then in 2000, we received a simple mailer from State Treasurer's office under Phil Angelides, and it was about a new savings program that had come to California, and it was ScholarShare 529. So we did our research like any parent should be doing, and we made a decision that changed everything. We couldn't save a lot, but we could save something. And more importantly, we found out we didn't have to do it alone. Instead of more toys, more clothes, more stuff, we asked our family and friends to contribute to our boys' college savings. Birthdays, holidays, milestones. What started as a practical decision became something incredibly meaningful. Our village of loved ones came together to invest in our children's futures. And it didn't feel like an ask, it felt more like a shared purpose. So fast forward 27 years later to today, and I'm proud to say that Trevor, Zach, and Gavin are all grown up, and they've graduated from college. And through a combination of their 529 savings, scholarships, and their hard work, they received what I now know is one of the most powerful gifts a family can give their children. They graduated with no student loan debt. And today, they see the difference. They hear their friends and colleagues talk about debt, about delayed dreams, financial stresses, and really difficult choices to make. And they understand what they were given, not just an education, but a head start in life. That is why AB 2444 matters, because it strengthens a tool that already works. It encourages families, especially those trying to do the right thing, to start saving early, even in small ways. And now with the opportunity to roll unused 529 funds into a Roth IRA, it gives families something even more powerful: flexibility, security, and confidence that nothing is wasted. It tells us parents that if your child's path changes, your investment in their future still matters. And more importantly, it tells our young people, we're not just helping you get through college, we're helping you build wealth, stability, and independence. That is transformational. This is breaking generational wealth gaps type of transformational. My story is just one of many, but there are thousands of families across California who could benefit from this same opportunity if we continue to strengthen and support programs like ScholarShare. So today, I stand here not just as a parent, but as proof. Proof that planning early matters, proof that community matters, and proof that smart policy, like AB 2444, can change the trajectory of a family for generations to come. So thank you again to Assemblymember Rodriguez and to Treasurer Fiona Ma for your leadership in this effort. And thank you to everyone here for supporting California families and the futures we are all working so hard to build. Thank you.